Claiming that the activists of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh (RSS) have been indicted in at least 13 terror cases across India, former Maharashtra Inspector General of Police S.M. Mushrif described the BJP's ideological mentor as India's #1 terrorist organization. RSS activists have been charge-sheeted in at least 13 cases of terror acts in which RDX has been used. If organizations like Bajrang Dal are taken into the account, then the number of such cases goes up to 17, Mushrif said. The RSS is India's #1 terrorist organization, there is no doubt on this, said Mushrif, referring to the 2007 Mecca Masjid bombing in Hyderabad, the 2006 and 2008 Malegaon blast in Maharashtra, and the 2007 Samjhauta Express bombings, among others. The RSS as a terror organization has nothing to do with political power. It is immaterial which party is in power. It is the system that is working. It's the Brahminical system. And when I say Brahminical, it doesn't mean the Brahmin. It's the mentality, the attitude to dominate and oppress, he said.
Themselves the RSS, and you saw a video of them. That was the young men in the khaki shorts with the bamboo staves walking down the main street. They pattern themselves on the black shirts of Mussolini, and they actually think Mussolini had some pretty good ideas. And they've made Mein Kampf, Hitler's book, a bestseller in New Delhi. And that is the radical arm, if you will, of the BJP party. Although some claim actually BJP is the political arm of the RSS. And we've seen increased persecution in India for at least a decade, where they're trying to stop conversions, they're trying to drive Christians out, and they're literally claiming India is just for Hindus. And in their persecution, they're not leaving the Muslims out either. The Muslims have been a persecuted minority as well.
The RSS believes the country should be a Hindu state, claiming that all Indians are Hindu in origin, regardless of their current religion.
राम जन्मभूमि नहीं, काशी का विश्वनाथ का मंदिर, मथुरा की कृष्ण की जन्मभूमि, ये तीनों उसके लिए महत्वपूर्ण हैं। हालांकि अलग बात है कि मक्का जो है, मदीना, वो भी हमारा स्थान है। शंकल द्वीप, कुरान में भी इसका उल्लेख है, वो भी हमारा है। जंग जारी है, बहुत पुरानी जंग चल रही। जंग का अंत एक ही होगा, न ईसा न मूसा। केवल हिंदुस्तान के अंदर नहीं, तो उसका जो वैदिक सनातन धर्म है वही इस देश के अंदर स्थापित होगा। देश के अंदर नहीं, विश्व के अंदर स्थापित होगा। लड़ाई तो वहां तक जाने वाली है। ये सब इसके पंथ हो जाएंगे हिंदू समाज के। समय की प्रतीक्षा करो।
Is that what what you want to see one day? India restored, undivided, Bangladesh, Pakistan gone from the map.
The RSS still believes that one day these parts which have for historical reasons separated only 60 years ago will again through popular goodwill come together and Akhand Bharat will be created.
Wow. Do you believe that?
The RSS believes in that.
You were the RSS
as an RSS member, I also hold on to that view.
विषादे प्रमादे प्रवासे जले चानले पर्वते शत्रुमध्ये अरण्ये शरण्ये सदा मां प्रपाहि गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी अनाथो दरिद्रो जरारोगयुक्तो महाक्षीणदीनः सदा विपत्तौ प्रविष्ट प्रणष्टः सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी
जिस दिन ये राष्ट्र हिंदू राष्ट्र हो जाएगा, जिस दिन ये देश परम पूज्य योगी आदित्यनाथ जी जैसे युवा सन्यासियों के हाथ में चला जाएगा, उस दिन इस देश में मुसलमानों की स्थिति वही होगी जो पाकिस्तान के अंदर हिंदुओं की स्थिति हो रही है। आज पाकिस्तान के अंदर मंदिरों में, धर्मशालाओं में, मठों में भेड़ और बकरियां बांधी जा रही हैं। सुअर पालन खोला जाएगा, सुअर पालन खोला जाएगा। और जब ये राष्ट्र हिंदू राष्ट्र बनेगा तो मुसलमान दोयम दर्जे का नागरिक बनेगा, और जब मुसलमान दोयम दर्जे का नागरिक बनेगा तो उससे उसके वोट देने का अधिकार छीन लिया जाएगा, और जब मुसलमान वोट देने का अधिकार मुसलमान से छीन लिया जाएगा तो फिर कोई राजनीतिक पार्टी का नेता धर्मनिरपेक्षता का नकली लबादा ओढ़ करके हिंदू समाज को गुमराह करने वाला कोई भी राजनेता हिंदुओं को गुमराह नहीं कर।
Where do you get Hindu terrorists? Again, this BJP is the governing party. They'll probably be back in power soon. But then there's this other thing called the RSS, Hindu extreme nationalists, racists, Hindu superiority
The ones
types.
that killed Gandhi because he wouldn't go to war with Muslims.
And then you get into the RAW, right? The RAW story, the research and analysis wing, the Indian intelligence organization. Everybody knows the ISI. They've been demonized. U.S. media have never talked about the RAW, R-A-W. Raw deal is what you're going to get from them. And they're into going into Afghanistan, picking up crazies there, Mujahideen, whether they are Taliban fighters, and getting them into Pakistan so that they can essentially wage armed civil war against the Pakistani government. So those guys are terrorists, but not the way you'd normally think. Now the RAW leads us then to this world of Hindu terrorism, and this is very, very big. U.S. media never interested in this stuff.
He has adopted a far more proactive strategy, relying on immediate offensive operations against Pakistan. The offensive will be spearheaded by 8 cohesive operational maneuver groups with significant artillery and immediate air support. They are deployed close to the Pakistani border at a higher level of readiness and able to launch operations within 96 hours. The strategy aims to achieve shallow territorial penetrations in Pakistan. Thus, India has adopted a quick launch posture, which will hardly be de-escalated by international diplomacy's measures. There won't be enough time for this. In turn, Pakistani defence and deterrence capabilities are based on usage of the tactical nuclear weapons. This is raising the possibility of a full-scale nuclear war in South Asia in the case of a potential conflict between Pakistan and India. Furthermore, India's rapid response doctrine can be triggered by a terrorist attack, as for instance the Lashkar-e-Taiba's 2008 Mumbai attacks. Considering the fact that India and Pakistan actively use militant groups against each other, any terror attack could lead to a full-scale conflict.
Indian National Security Advisor admits that Pakistani Talibans are in fact mercenaries and are not some religious or extremist fighters.
They are mercenaries. You think they are the great fighters? What are they fighting for? So if they have got a budget of 1200 crores, you can match it with 1800 crores. They are all at our side. At least they want to.
By virtue of saying that Pakistani Taliban services can easily be hired against Pakistan by maximized funding.
So if they have got a budget of 1200 crores, you can match it with 1800 crores.
Dover.
एक इंटरव्यू में उन्होंने कहा है कि कई लोग पैसों का बहकावे में आकर आतंकवादी बन जाते हैं, आतंकवाद को अपना लेते हैं। अगर ऐसे लोग हैं तो हम उनका इस्तेमाल क्यों नहीं कर सकते?
You have to neutralize terrorists through terrorists only. Why can't we do it? We should do it. Why my soldier has to do it all the time?